the Vision Group, the senior business partner of G-Force, Kayani Purple Diamond, Mr. Angel Olvera!
Oh, now we're gonna party. California, G-Force. Party, G-Force of Manila, in the city of General Santos, in the city. Thank you guys, thank you guys, thank you guys. Before you go.
We're studying the picture.
What?
We're studying the picture.
Jesus, where'd you guys find that picture? Was it my high school picture? Hey, Michael, I've been in a long time in this company. Wow, that's interesting. I'm excited to be here with everybody. Did all the Albert, Kate, did they do an amazing job? I mean, up here just sharing their. Can we give them a round of applause? I mean, amazing. You know, in this business, you become family. And you know, and that's what happens with all of us. I mean, to see what Albert's been through, to see me there with his, I got to meet, hang out with his dad, stay at his house. Forget the hotel, I stayed at his house, and just being part of the family, And it's truly a blessing to have have G-Force as a family as well. I'll never forget the day when my brother Ronnie reached out to me, and it's crazy. But I promised I'd be here, and I'm here. And it's crazy because I remember when Ronnie called me, and we were talking like every night, so like 3 o'clock in early morning. But geez, I mean we'd talk all the time. And Jenny would never get in the conversation. She wouldn't even no, move the camera, ever talk to me. I was like, I'm a nice guy. I'll talk to you. And it's crazy, everything that happened, and Mama Kate, I got a gift from Ronnie and Jenny a couple of weeks before he passed in Salt Lake City. Mom Kate gave me my gift, and I'll never forget that day, and it's crazy. It's hard, it's tough. I don't want to, but I'm so proud of Jenny, what she's done, and how she stepped up, and I'm proud of the leaders that all you guys rallied around her and rallied around each other, and because of that, look what's happened to the team. Look at all the promotions. Mom Kate said 70% of that room was G-Force. I mean, what a blessing, what amazing. Brother Ronnie's watching upstairs, guys, so give yourself a round of applause. And thank you guys, G-Force, because this is why I do Kayani. This is exactly why I do this business. I talked about my purpose. And when I first started, it was very selfish, it was about me, but then this is exactly every reason I love this business. I love what I do. I just love hearing the stories. I can sit there all day and listen to every one of your stories, and just inspires me to go out there. Because I've been involved with Kayani for 15 years. Wow. My anniversary is August 30th, 2007. Okay? And I'm going to take you guys a little journey here with me real quick. Oh, that was a better picture. Well, not better, but newer. This is the worst picture. No, I was kidding. This is August of 2007. This is probably 5 minutes after I got the call about Kayani. I was in New Orleans, Louisiana. I was at a New Orleans football Saints game. I'd never been in a stadium. I wanted to go. And one of my friends called me about Kayani, and I thought she was crazy. I thought she lost her mind talking about blueberry juice and what the heck, what? Right? So, but before this picture, about a few months before this picture, I got it, not a few months, about 6 months, I got a car accident. And what happened was I was working this business, horrible. If you've ever been in a horrible MLM business, and you'll appreciate Kayani, right? Yeah. And I lost everything. they repossessed my car about 3 months before this business. So it was for me to travel, like to travel and do the business. It was easier for me because they drive me around. I didn't need a car. So they took me to the game. We were doing meetings. I heard about Kayani. I was like, you're crazy. You lost your mind. And then I met with her. I'll never forget. I will never forget this. You guys see this? How beautiful is this? Who would have joined Kayani with these bottles? Holy moly. Can you believe this? Oh, you look like Mexican hot salsa. I think I saw this at the buffet at the Conrad Hotel this morning. It looked just like that. Sweet and sour. Put on, right? Horrible. And this is what we walked into. And Mike, I'll talk about Mike right now. But this is it. And I was like, she gave me this bottle. It was a little 8-ounce bottle. That's all I had for like my first 2 weeks in Kayani. Pouring, a little bit at a time, doing meetings about the Kayani. We're gonna blow it up. We have vision. We're gonna be selling blueberries all over the world. And I don't even have a car. Like, I'm talking about all this opportunity and stuff. So, as you can see, we've evolved since we've been in the business. See? So, anyways, so I get to get on the plane, right? I've never been in a private plane my whole life. It's funny because my first apartment in Los Angeles was in a city called Van Nuys, California. And there's a private airport there. And I was 18 years old. I got this apartment, and I had no idea it was at the end of the runway. And these jets are loud. I didn't know it was so loud. Like, then I was just looking at them like, wow, these people fly in these private planes. So I was able to get on my first private plane, Mr. Kirk Hansen, the Hansen family plane, and experience this. And then on right here, this is the global, worldwide headquarters of Kayani. First office I ever went to. On 17th Street in Idaho Falls, I think it's Avenue Street in Idaho Falls, California. Idaho Falls, Idaho. But guess what? It wasn't the whole building. I think it was only this section right here. I was like, we made a big mistake. What the heck? You think about it. You come from Los Angeles, big city, right? Oh, the county owners got money, potato farms and oil money. And you see this, you're like, I don't know if this is gonna work, But anyways, we I don't know what it was, but I got excited, right? But right before I went here, I didn't have a picture of it. I should have showed it. I was able to meet the man who changed my life, Mr. Michael Brashears. He changed my life. I met him. Well, I said it at the convention. I didn't know he was the CEO of 5 people, but I met him at a hotel in Salt Lake City, California. I'll never forget the day. We're eating at Little America Hotel, and I didn't know there was a Big America and a Little America, but I was at the Little America. And we're at the Little America Hotel there in Salt Lake City. We're sitting there, and if you meet Michael, you can't say no. Like, he's like a father figure to me. Like, he's that, like, he's my dad in Kayani, right? He's always looked out for me. He has that about him. So we did it. We said, let's do this. And then we got to work. And this is my first convention in Kayani, my first ever convention. This was in October of 2007. It was in Las Vegas, Nevada. And it was at the most smokiest hotel you could ever think of in your life. It was a bunch. Have you ever been in a casino? Have you ever been in a casino and you see like ladies with white hair and wheelchairs, right? Like slot machines. They all look like my grandma. I was like, look like my grandma. Right? All over, and they're smoking everywhere. It wasn't even on the strip. I think the hotel burned down, but that was our first convention in Kayani. Global, worldwide. We didn't even have speakers like this. I think we blew out the ceiling speakers that day. And the convention was probably half this size. That was Kayani. Half this size. Half this room, even the room. So that was it right there. And then I went to work. I said, let's go. Let's go to work. Now, let's do this, right? Opportunity. What are you guys laughing about? I didn't even say a joke. Oh.
It's your turn.
Blueberries, right? I was a blueberry gangster. I was the dealer of blueberries. Right? Hey, don't laugh at me. They gave it to us. All of them. Look, this is funny because remember when I know I'm gonna get into that one. Look, I got in Kayani. I didn't have a car. I had zero. I didn't have I repoed my car. I was using my mom's car. Like I would go to meetings at Starbucks, be like, I would meet like Janice, like, we're gonna blow this thing up. We're gonna build an international company worldwide. You follow me, and then my phone's ringing. I'm like, hold on, I'll be right back. Go outside. My mom, where's my car? I need to go to Walmart. All right, I'll be there in about 30 minutes. Relax, mom. Relax, okay, relax. Go back to the Starbucks. Like I said, we're gonna build a worldwide organization all around the world. That was called vision, right? And then I qualified for the car. Hallelujah. Right? My mom wasn't yelling at me anymore. Jeez. So I qualified for the car. Thank God I had to qualify for the car. Because Kayani was giving us the car in their name. As you can see, we had Idaho plates. I used to get in trouble in California for driving the Idaho car around. And then they got this great idea to put blueberries and our phone number and email. So if you drive all crazy on the freeway, people calling you, I like to report somebody. Oh yeah, who you want to report? I don't know this Cadillac Escalade. Oh yeah, we'll report it for you. Yes, they're calling me, so that was it. And what's crazy is that, okay, so I was living with my mom, my brother, back and forth here and there. I didn't have my own place. I didn't have a car. And then my friend, she was in the real estate business. In 2007, the crash happened. She was losing her house. And I started making Kayani money. I was like, oh, I'll just take over. I'll rent your house from you, right? So I was able to move in 90 days, move into this house. I got an Escalade and I bought a Jaguar. Because my dad had a friend, a Jaguar. That's the only reason I got a Jaguar. I got qualified for it, right? So that's what happened. So think about this. I went from 0 to 90 days, my life like changing quick. We went to work, right? We went to work. And this is all pictures of how the bottles look. As you can see here, these are the bottles. Blueberry Gangsters, me and my brother. That's my brother there. I'm gonna go visit his family tomorrow in Bulacan. Baliwag. Yeah. So, as you can see there, the bottles. And then, this is our first meeting in LA. We had about 500 people. As you can see there, in the LA market there, a city called Studio City, California. That was our first meeting. And then this is one of our first conventions. As you can see, it's a little different now. There's the light show. Look at yesterday. We didn't have any model walk runways or anything like that. We had an amazing designer put a ball with a light bulb. Let's put a light bulb, a big light bulb. That's amazing, right? Predominantly male-run company back then. And then, first vacation in Kayani in December of 2007. It was a Caribbean cruise. I'd never been on a cruise in my life, and I qualified, and my brother qualified. So I invited my mom, and he invited my dad, and we put them up in a room. We were to take our parents. This is my 4th month in Kayani. It was amazing, like what was happening in my family and so we were able to take my parents there. As you can see, they were pretty happy. They were happy there was a casino on the cruise ship. They were very happy. And a bar. And then I was able to do so much for my family. I was able to take my dad to the finals, Lakers, one of the games there. We were able to do that. We never got to do this kind of stuff. We didn't have money to do, go to these kind of events. Disney World, I got to take my son to Disney World. We had a Kayani trip to Disney World, Orlando. I got to go to the U.S. Open at Torrey Pines, see Tiger Woods for Father's Day. These are just the benefits of Kayani, okay? This is what Kayani can do for you. Remember, I didn't have a car. I didn't have a place to live, and I barely had enough money to get into Kayani. So, that's a training, hold on. So look, this is our one and only Kayani convention we ever had in San Diego. It was in September 2008. And as you can see, Kurt, you kind of can see Carl there. It's a little blurry. And we just passed it on. Pass it on. That was a training. Pass it on. Okay, thank you for coming, everybody. Pass it on. That was it. So, I don't know what happened with the formula, Michael, but those plastic bottles were crazy because they would explode in people's cars. I don't know who we used back then, but they put too much niacin in them. And if you put a lot of niacin in your body, you get a flush, right? So people were getting flushes and blowing up bottles in the back of. You want to see somebody mad? See the bottle blow up in the back seat of their car. See what happens. It gets all over their seats there. So, and as I kept building the business, this is in 2009. I went to Europe to open up the market. I went there. I did one of the first events in Europe at Gothenburg, Sweden. I had never been to Europe in my life. Michael and them send me to the wolves, right? No corporate, just me. I go to Europe, and Europeans, they're sitting there all like, I'll never forget, Stefan was there negative, like that, and all this stuff. So, he was there, and then I went to Hungary, and I was able to go to Italy on that trip in 2009 and open up the European market, which was awesome. We got to do that. In 2009, went to more places. As you can see, a lot of great stuff. Alaska, there's Alaska trip, Michael, that you always talk about and think it's funny. We had some other conventions, other vacations, just so many blessings. Then we were featured in a magazine. Your Business from Home magazine. Look at Mr. Bashir's there right in the front, right there. Well, you can't see. And I have these magazines brand new. I think I bought a couple thousand of them. If you guys want to see them, I want some. But there's a picture there. But that was cool. We were in we were at Barnes and Noble. We were at places like at the bookstores. Kayani. We were making noise. And then I went to China. They sent me to China, right? And I go there, and this is one of the first meetings we did there in China at the Hong Kong office that we used to have. And what's crazy is that I'm there, as they're translating, and as you can see in the crowd here, right? Everybody here is like a jade, maybe a sapphire. But guess what happened? These two guys became double red diamonds separately, right? And they always like to bring it up that they passed me up, but it's okay. We have a batch check in Kayani. So, they said, oh, Angel trained us. He was blue diamond, I was jade, now I'm double red diamond. But that's the beauty of this business. I'd never been to Asia in my life. And I have a funny story about this because nobody told me. So when I got to Hong Kong, first time in Asia, right? And I get to Hong Kong, and they're like, hey, you got your visa? I go, yeah, I brought my visa, MasterCard, I got everything, right? I didn't know you need a visa to go to mainland China. So they took me to get a visa right away. I had to go get a visa, temporary visa, and then I went to mainland China. And then we were doing a meeting, I'll never forget. We took the train to Guangzhou, and we're in the train, and we go to a restaurant, and there's like a handful of people, and then they lock the door. And I'm like, what's going on here, right? It's kind of weird. They said, no, if there's too many people, in China, they have, there's rules there, right? There's stuff happens there. So it was just an experience for me. Remember, I had no car, no place to live, barely enough money to get into Kayani, and here I am a couple years later, I'm in China now, right? So this is, you never know where this business will take you. It's amazing. My father always dreamed of owning an RV. I was able to buy my dad a motorhome. We Because my parents, no matter what, always supported me. They always supported. Even though my mom yelled at me for driving her car, they always supported me no matter what. They supported my dreams, my goals, my crazy things I would tell them, what I wanted to do. So, and that's the beauty. You can give back. You can give back to your family. You talk about family, give back to your family. Do great things for them. I forgot what year this was, but we went to Taiwan. I came to the Philippines. Mom Kate, remember I came to the Philippines in 2014? And that's, Fronteras, I got your email. I send you the email. I showed them how many days I was staying. I emailed you. You had a different title back then. But that's when I came to the Philippines. I think it was March 2014 or something like that. It was a month before the opening. Yeah. And that's at the Mega Mall. And I stayed at BCA Towers. I don't forget. Oh, BSA Towers. And karaoke. The only time I do karaoke is in the Philippines. Then Albert showed you Mexico, and then we were able to go to Korea. Go to Korea and do some great business there. Just blessings amongst blessings, guys. Kayani is a true blessing. My family's been blessed. How did I go back? Well, there's the biggest blessing. I met my wife in Kayani. I met her the first year I was in Kayani. So we met there. All these things. There's my family there. My son was able to go to Stanford University. Graduate from Stanford. Because of this amazing opportunity. We didn't have to go get loans and do this and that. He was able to go there 4 years and graduate. And also my stepdaughter, April, is also graduated from Cal State Channel Islands. So we have 2 college graduates. And the little one is going to be a double black diamond. Yeah. And there's the man who changed my life right there. In his fast car, He thought he had a fast car. Michael doesn't fly to LA. He flies to LA, but he drives to LA, right? So that's at a meeting we did for one of our Chinese American teams there in San Gabriel, California. And we were just having some fun there. I think Michael wanted to race me, and I was like, no, man, I'm a cruiser. I don't race. Let's get it. And, but no, Michael's I'm so glad, I'm just blessed to have him back in Kayani. Yes. He went away for a little bit. I was like, nah, you gotta come back, It took Katie to get him back. I was like, God, he didn't listen to me. He's not coachable. But he's here because I know how much he loves Asia, what we did before. It was amazing what we did, and what we did. I know, like I said, Mike was at my wedding. He knows my whole family. Not having Michael around, it was like, it's kind of weird, right? So we had to get him back. So now he's back. He ain't going nowhere. And then there's another guy who changed my life here, Mr. Kirk Hansen. This right here is a special picture because this is in the Maldives, and when I qualified for the Maldives vacation, I never even heard of the Maldives. Maybe you guys live closer to the Maldives. When you're from LA in the ghetto or the hood, you don't hear about the Maldives, right? It's like, what is this place? I had to Google it. So it was just me and Kirk, and not to say that maybe because I'm an old distributor, I was one of the older distributors, but he just wanted to be alone, me and him. We're there for like an hour, just get away from the people and just chill out. We're just talking about everything. Baseball, family life, personal life, all this life, and that's, I cherish those moments because he was such a driven person, and he was just that guy, right? And that's why we carry that. But I share this with you guys. This is a week before he came here to Manila, before he passed. This is a week, he did an event for us in Pasadena, California. And then he came here to Korea, he came to Korea and then the Philippines. He was so excited to come here. Right, I remember I'm going to Asia. Kirk was just going. And he was talking about the future. Look, I just snapped a quick picture on the side, and he was so excited for the future, and you guys know what happened. He came here a week later, and that's what happened. But it's amazing how he always talked about the future, the foundation and where we're going to be and where we're going and where we're going to be, and we carry that with us. And And that's why having Michael here is that extension. It brings that whole piece back to, together to go to the future and go to the next level with all the key leaders here in the room. And then the last one here is my family. That's my family. And, like I said, we're a Kayani. That little one there is a Kayani baby. Wow. And, like I said, this company's changed my life. And I'm sharing this with you here in the room. I know we're in the Philippines, but I share this everywhere I go. I didn't graduate high school. I got kicked out of high school for being bad, hanging around the wrong crowd. I had my son, when he was born, I was 16 years old. I became a father at 16 years old. Okay? I wasn't the perfect kid. I grew up in a really poor area in California. And I'm not saying this to press you about me, I'm saying to press upon you that if I can do this and live this Kayani life and have the success, so can you. I don't care who you are, where you come from, what you look like, what your background is, what your education, it doesn't matter. You come in here, you listen to the leaders, you do what they tell you to do, you work hard, you stay focused, and you never ever quit. And you will be on the beaches of the world here at Kayani. Yeah. Thank you, God bless.